To understand Donald Trump, in today's history video, I'd like to go into background about the American Whig Party, which was around from 1836 until 1856. And the Whig Party agenda has many things in common with the Trump agenda and is different from the Democratic and Republican parties that we know today. The Whig Party was basically founded as a reaction against the elitism and the rural, backward nature of the Democratic and Republican parties — they were one party back then — that Thomas Jefferson had founded. Let's call them the Democratic Party, which it became. Back then rejected the whole idea of industrial growth, rejected cities, wanted everything to be yeoman farmers and small landowners. They felt that cities were corrupting. They opposed the idea of big banks, opposed the concept of government intervention in helping the economy. And the Whig Party, whose main apostle was Senator Henry Clay from Kentucky, said that no, the government has got to be actively involved in creating jobs, in helping the economy grow, and in lining up on behalf of the American entrepreneur. As a byproduct, they wanted high tariffs, or at least focus against discrimination in trade by other countries, and they objected to the racism and slavery that the Democratic Party advocated back then. Very similar to Donald Trump's agenda, the idea of an active government participation in protecting the economy, supporting American business, and fighting against competition from abroad that would weaken the American business. Henry Clay called that the American system, and it stood in sharp contrast to the refusal of the Jeffersonians and the Jacksonians to sanction strong government efforts to encourage the economy and to encourage economic growth. Now we have a situation where the Democratic Party not only doesn't want government to encourage economic growth, it wants it to discourage it by clean air regulations and energy policies and all kinds of stuff dedicated really to impeding job growth and to regulating the economy and to holding it back, and really is a cast back to the Jeffersonian days of hostility between government and the private sector. This idea of the commonality of Trump's agenda with the Whig agenda first comes to me from Emmett Tyrrell, who is the editor and publisher of American Spectator. And Lincoln's role in that is reviewed very brilliantly by Alan Quezlo, Quelzo, in his book Abraham Lincoln, Redeemer President. Lincoln was basically a Whig. He had run as a Whig congressman and was elected and represented the Whigs in Illinois when the Whig Party died in 1854 and 55 and was replaced by the Republican Party, whose candidate was Fremont, its first presidential candidate. Lincoln and many others left the Whig Party and set up the Republican Party. And Quezlo talks about how Lincoln's agenda was essentially the Whig agenda. And it's worth revisiting all of that to understand where Donald Trump comes in and how he differs from the Democratic and the Republican Party. The Democratic Party in that he supports tariffs and opposition to unfair trade practices and wants government to encourage business, not regulate it and hold it back. And differs from the Republican Party in that he does not believe in free trade if it results in harm to America, that he puts government intervention on behalf of the economy into his program and strongly believes in it and distrusts laissez-faire. A fascinating topic. Thanks very much.